begin tonight with a confession that's fanning the flames in an already hotly contested congressional race. 2nd District Democrat candidate Phil Kellam admits his actions led to an assault charge 28 years ago. Today, he says he regrets his behavior. Yesterday, a conservative website posted a court document showing Kellam pleaded guilty to assaulting a woman in 1978. Kellam calls it a non-story and blames his opponent, Congresswoman Thelma Drake's campaign, for engaging in dirty politics. 13 News reporter Mike Gooding joins us now with the story. Mike.
Well, David, it's true that Drake's campaign manager went to North Carolina to talk to the assault victim in this case. There's no dispute there. But Tim Murtaugh denies leaking the story. He says the focus needs to be on the incident itself. The question is, was this a physical assault, as Murtaugh claims, or a verbal assault, as Kellam maintains? Following a Women for Kellam luncheon, the 2nd District Democratic candidate for Congress spoke about his 1978 misdemeanor assault guilty plea.
It was a traffic accident, and I lost my temper. I didn't conduct myself as a gentleman, and I regret that.
Kellam's comments came one day after the conservative website Bearing Drift published the actual May 1978 Alamance County, North Carolina Index to Criminal Action file. It shows the original charge against Kellam as assault on female. The document shows that the case was resolved by what's called a prayer for judgment, which in North Carolina means no judgment is actually entered into the record, in exchange for payment of court costs and a pledge not to molest or harass the victim, whose name is blacked out. Kellam campaign staffers and lawyers confirm that the document is authentic, but they describe the incident as a simple youthful misunderstanding from the Democrats' days as an Elon College student. The Virginian Pilot reports today, though, that a web blogger claiming to be the victim's husband says that Kellam pulled her hair.
So this was a verbal assault and not a physical assault, is that right?
That's correct.
Kellam supporters stood by their man.
I've known the Kellams ever since 1959, and they have been just wonderful to me, and I have never caught them in anything other than the truth.
And it's one of those mudslinging things that they always bring up, you know. Everybody has something in their past that they're, you know.
Kellam's campaign blames Republican incumbent Thelma Drake for dredging up a non-story, specifically criticizing Drake campaign manager Tim Murtaugh for traveling to North Carolina and contacting the victim.
He's her campaign manager. You know, he answers to her. She's responsible for him. Now, did he do something behind her back? I don't know. I can't answer that. But the thing is, now that we know what he's done, I think she has to answer for that. And she has to make some kind of decision if that's the kind of guy she wants heading up her campaign.
I'm sure Phil wants to make this about everyone but himself. But the fact is, Phil Kellam physically assaulted a woman in North Carolina.
Well, no, wait a second. They say it was verbal, and there's no proof that it's not.
Phil's version of events differ very dramatically from what the version of events that his victim says. She says that he physically assaulted her, he shoved her and pulled her hair.
Phil Kellam's campaign, in a press release later this afternoon, called Tim Murtaugh and his assistants goons and demanded that Congresswoman Drake fire Murtaugh. Drake was in Washington today on congressional business and unavailable for comment. But citing Federal Elections Commission campaign finance disclosure documents, Murtaugh replied, Phil Kellam's got no room to talk since he spent $13,000 looking into Thelma Drake's background. Reporting live, Mike Gooding, 13 News.